Life-changing. That's what we're going for today. What's up, guys? My name is Edgar. I am one of the founders of Mountain DAO. Mountain DAO started as a co-working experience in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'll kind of give you a little bit of the story. Has evolved into a digital community of Solana developers that has now been running for a while. So I kind of, we've been running Mountain DAO for 4 years now, and I don't think I've ever been on stage before to talk about it. And so when I, was kind of putting together this deck, thinking about how to tell the story, I said, why not start at the beginning, right? And so I started scrolling down through all of the Mountain DAO tweets over the years, and I came across the very first time we announced that we were going to do some kind of hacker house, right? It was December 2021. Solana was hot. It was hot for the first time, right? There were a ton of new developers that were building up the ecosystem. And, we thought, hey, maybe we can get some of these people together, IRL, right? There were all these conferences people were going to where it was a great place to network. But it was hard to find a place to just co-work with the developers that you were with, on the internet every day, right? And so we said, hey, maybe we can get 30 people there. I remember the bullish goal was maybe 50 people or so. Maybe we can get a couple sponsors, right? Here is a sneak peek into what it looks like 4 years later. Definitely the biggest Mountain DAO we've ever had, right? Not only the biggest first week we've ever had, but some of the numbers from week one have been surpassing any of our previous all-time highs.
Reason we kind of got a new office is that we outgrew all of the co-working spaces. We have a pretty premium experience, I think. We got 90 monitors, so we added a bunch of new monitors. We got 90 secret lab chairs. We got 90 sit-stand desks. Waiting for our final installation of Wi-Fi next week at 20 gigs, so exciting, dude.
So 4 years in, 1,000 builders come through Mountain DAO. We have about 100 teams come through, about 60 sponsors, teams, investors, media agencies. We see over 20 hackathon winners get built during Mountain DAO summits. And some of the teams that you know today that are leading the Solana ecosystem are born in front of our eyes, right? Skyrise, who is a content media company on Solana across Web3, put together that phenomenal video you just saw. They're growing out of Mountain DAO. We've got MetaDAO, the futarchy governed platform that's growing out of Mountain DAO. Super exciting kind of landscape, right? I don't remember what the next slide is, so we're going to click and we're going to see. Cool. This one's like the synthesis slide, right? This is the one where I want to pull it all together. So 4 years, right? We're seeing this incredible community come together, developers from all over the world. And we started thinking okay, what do we do with it? What's the future, right? And that's really what I'm here to talk about today. You guys have seen, I'm sure, if you've been on Twitter in the last month, this internet capital markets narrative, right? Internet capital markets is this idea that you can pull together opportunity with talent and capital, everything coordinated digitally over the internet, right, through these decentralized communities that we've built. And I think, if you've been in Web3 for more than a day, you see very quickly how powerful the velocity of this space is and how far it can reach. We were looking at, this community we built with Mountain DAO and saying, okay, we have the talent, right? The talent is coming through. They're all itching to build. They're building on their own. They want to build more together. How can we kind of empower this? What's the next step, right? And we started looking at this capital piece. Now, there are kind of a couple options that you can go with when you think about capital formation, right? The first, most obvious way is to start a VC fund, right? Okay, cool. My co-founder Barrett, who you saw in the video, and I, right, we can go raise capital. we could start a venture fund, we could start investing in deals, right? And it would be pretty attractive because the deal flow that was coming through Mountain DAO was phenomenal, right? A month is a very, very powerful amount of time to get to sit with and work with people that you are thinking about investing in, right? If you want to see what a founder is really like, you sit next to them for a month. You're going to see how they work, how much they work, how hard they push, what their philosophies are, right? And so we said, hey, you know, like, should we raise a venture fund? Is that like kind of the right move, right? And then, right as we were having these conversations, MetaDAO, which is a futarchy platform, started thinking about a launchpad product. And they said, you know, we can build organizations that are powered by futarchy governance and create a new opportunity to drive like DAO operations, DAO velocity, right? And the thing about DAOs for years has been that they are boring. They're uninteresting, right? If you think of DAOs that have been exciting, that have done lots of things, where people seem to be kind of working a lot, pushing for a lot of progress, you kind of don't come up with any, right? Futarchy is this incredibly powerful governance mechanism that is market-driven, right? It's trading on decisions, and it's powerful and effective for a very, very simple reason. It's fucking fun to trade, right? Every single one of us gets on the internet, we're looking at prices, we're trading on positions, and we say, you know what, there's an opportunity to do something better than a venture fund here, right? And so to tack on the capital component of the talent base that we built with Mountain DAO, I have another video for you. I love these videos. The media companies that come through Mountain DAO are just...
Launching a futarchy-governed Solana ecosystem fund.
Yeah, it's something feels wrong with the governance in the real world, in practical world.
Giving up decision-making power to markets is giving up control.
And so seeing DAOs with the token votings, trying new mechanisms, it really felt like a renewal of governance, and that's something I really liked.
Were you seeing the results of Jupiter? Basically, it seems more so like a popularity contest.
There's been some instances where like a small group of people do have majority interest in a DAO, right? And they are able to do like absolute decision making.
A lot of it is theater.
Because if holders care about what's happening with governance tokens, that's when best decisions are made for the hold. And one way to do that is through futarchic markets. Vote with your money, right? Like put your money where your mouth is.
Futarchy-governed ecosystem fund will only be controlled by token holders.
I think there's like something pretty big here.
We had an opportunity to see Prophet's mask before he brought it to Breakpoint, and it was pretty cool. The 3D gold mask that he put together was pretty dope. Awesome. So yeah, that was Dr. PP's private practice, another media company in the space. You know, I've never really done a talk with videos either. But the video content that is coming out of Mountain DAO is not just super exciting, but really I think like a great example of just like community generation, right? It's something that like we never had planned and has now just had a chance to, you know, be pretty prevalent across the internet, which is cool. So we launched mtnCapital, right? mtnCapital is the first ever investment DAO governed by futarchy. It's the first investment DAO to be tried in years. Since the old days of ETH. And it's a DAO that has raised to date a little under $6 million, which is a good number, but the number that I'm much more excited about on the screen is the 1,900 contributors, right? A DAO that has really, I mean, beaten all of the mountain metrics that we've ever had, and captured attention from people that have never had a chance to go to these in-person summits, right? I'm really excited about this. This is brand new for us. The raise happened a couple weeks ago. And we just got the Discord together. We're starting to talk about proposals. The first proposal to trade on should be going up today, which I'm super, super excited about. And it's opened up a lot of like really interesting, really new conversations for us, right? An investment DAO that is focused on early stage opportunities, both needs time to do diligence on interesting investments to make, and has a lot of dry powder with $6 million sitting in the treasury to deal with, right? So the proposals that are coming out are not just about investing in ecosystem teams, but also leveraging DeFi products in the space to manage the idle capital that we have. Cool, guys. I'm a little short on time. It seems like the network stage is going pretty fast. But wanted to come up here, tell you a little bit about Mountain DAO's story, about what we're doing with mtnCapital. Really excited to see you both in the Discord, on the internet, and hopefully in Salt Lake City when we hold our summits twice a year. Thank you.